So for today's breakdown, we're going to be looking at why we lost game 2, and I pointed to a number of reasons. Welcome to Dime Dropper, by the way. So one of them, poor coaching. Second one, obviously no Patrick Beverley, but I'm not going to use that. Mavs playing amazing. Everyone playing fantastic. Pretty much a perfect game. Clippers missing a lot of easy shots and making a lot of bonehead plays in moments where they could have turned the game around. We had a lot of chances. And then, of course, a poor performance from Paul George and some defensive laziness to start the game. But one thing I noticed watching these plays is we weren't as bad defensively as you'd think to start the game. So Luka, who's just unbelievable in the pick and roll, you have to honor him in every way. You can't go under the screen with him. So what I said in my article for the Ryan Show Sports, go check that out, on what the Mavs need to do better, is put Zoo in more pick and rolls. You see Zoo's right here. He's slower than, he's the slowest person in our lineup right now. They want to put him in the pick and roll because he takes a longer time to retreat to their bigs like Porzingis and Kleba on the pick and pop. So let's see right now. Luka puts him in the pick and roll. Marcus can rotate to Maxi Kleba right here. Zoo's doing a good job of being in between Luka and Maxi. But the problem is if Morris comes and fully rotates here to Maxi Kleba, Porzingis is getting that open three, and we don't want that. So I think he does a good job here. I think this is just brilliant execution by the Mavs and such a good pass by Luka there. That's fine. 2-0. What do? Little pick and pop, Zubats and Morris. I like that shot. I'll take that all day. What I don't like is this. You've got to be more aware of where you're on the court. Careless little there by Marcus. But I like that shot because he's going to make that. And he made that in this game. This is what I don't like, though. Maxi Kleba's got the inside positioning on Zoo in our own court on defense. That can't happen because you know what he's going to do, get the offensive rebound. And what do great teams do? They make you pay. That's not good enough from Zoo. And now we go back to our next offensive possession. Same thing, little pick and roll with PG and Zoo. Foul line jumper, I like that shot. No good, just long. I like that shot a lot. But now here's what I don't like. Kawhi hasn't even touched the ball yet, really. And we're down 5-0, and PG wants to go ISO after he just missed. I hate that. That's not going to be called for a foul. He doesn't deserve to get the call with that decision. And I've noticed that a lot from PG over the last couple years in the playoffs, this playoff P. A lot of times it's because he goes to too much ISO ball sometimes. And now we look at this. Right now, once again, Kawhi still hasn't touched the ball. We're down 8 because KP had a nice little pick and pop situation. Not horrendous defense. That's why I'm not showing it to you. But Kawhi needs to get the ball here. He's just sitting in the corner. That's a little bit on him too, but that's a fine shot. But now we're down 8-0. And then this is inexcusable. Marcus makes a mid-range, which I like, a little post shot. But this is just poor communication from Zoo and Marcus Morris. I mean, you cannot have a dunk there. As you see Zoo's looking at him. You can't have an open dunk there. And after that happens, we should have called a timeout at 8-0. But after that happens, you've got to call a timeout because that's inexcusable open dunks. But Doc Rivers doesn't. He thinks he's Phil Jackson and can just let these guys play. Kawhi's the only one that's won a championship. I don't like that decision. And then Kawhi's coming. I like that shot. That's a shot. Just doesn't go in. But once again, when the momentum is bad, that happens. And this is what I don't like too. Let's look at this right here. It's a missed shot, right? PG started this game on Luka. We have plenty of time to get to our matchups here. But PG just is like, you know what, Reggie, you go take him right now. And Luka recognizes this right away. Whoop! Crossover to the rim. That tells you right there, we cannot have Reggie Jackson on Luka anymore for the rest of the game. This is the playoffs, no room for error. That's it. But what I hate is that Doc Rivers doesn't call timeout now, even when it's 12-2. He's just, talking. And then let's see what happens here. PG moves the ball. I like this, actually. That should be a pop, right? But he wants to keep dribbling. Okay. Tim Hardaway Jr. is out of bounds. Look at Mook right here in the corner. And this is when I say Reggie Jackson, low IQ basketball. What are you doing? Turnover. And then you should call timeout again there, Doc Rivers, right? He's got so many chances to call these timeouts. And then we keep going. We got to stop. Reggie, he's not even looking to move the ball. We're down 12-2. Oh, my goodness. And then gets the ball back, throws it right off Zoo's shoe. Now, here's what I don't like either. Lou Williams comes in the game for Reggie, but he's guarding Luka. I mean, this is out of bounds. We can be set here. We have 3 incredible defenders right here with Kawhi, Marcus, and PG, but Lou is guarding Luka. And we know Luka wants to get in his bag. Whoop. Oh, tween. Step back. Easy. And that's not horrendous defense by Lou, but it's that's easy for Luka. 15-2. Now you want to call timeout. I mean, that was 5 points that could have been prevented right there from Doc. Anyway, let's continue. Trez comes into the game now. You see Kawhi. Good kick. That's an open shot from Marcus. He's got to knock that down. Once again, a cold start. Those are shots we like. Now, 15-10, you've noticed the scores changed. Kawhi got a bucket, and then we had Lou and Trez each had and ones. But here's the thing about Lou. He's got to be scoring because this is what happens on defense. Look at this. That's Olay defense right there by Lou. Trey Burke gets to the rim, and that gives Trey Burke confidence. Now, I like this shot. That's his classic patented left shot. That's a good shot. Just doesn't go. But look at this here. I mean, I think that's a pretty good contest by Paul George. Tim Hardaway Jr., and this is another thing that's changed for the Mavericks. In our regular season games, Tim Hardaway Jr. only averaged 12 points, shot 34% from the field, and 32 from three. In this series, 17.5 points. That's a 5-point increase. 41% from the field and 40 from three. That's been the biggest difference. And if Tim Hardaway Jr. continues to make tough shots like that, we are maybe in for a very long series because we did not see that Tim Hardaway Jr. in the regular season. So let's look at this play right here. We're down 20-12. Pick and roll with Tim Hardaway, or pick and pop with Tim Hardaway and Trey Burke. It looks like they want to switch right here. Lou Williams does. But him and Kawhi are just not on the same page defensively at all. And this is the first mistake Kawhi's made on defense in the game, really. And Lou Williams has made several, so you kind of know like who's really fucking up the defense a bit. And now, look, Kawhi doesn't trust Shamet there. I don't blame him, to be honest, the way he's been playing. Kawhi gets to a spot. That's an easy shot. Put back. I mean, these are shots he makes in his sleep. I don't mind that. Here we go again. Now we're 26-19. Lou and Kawhi each hit threes, but what happened was Rick Carlisle called timeout when it was 18-24, right when the momentum changed. But look at this right here. That's poor. By Paul George. He's telegraphed this play. And even if he's telegraphed it, he's still got like 7 inches over Trey Burke. There's no reason he should be getting this pass intercepted. Boom. And then he fouls, taking his legs out, and they're over the limit. So that's just not good from Paul. This has been a poor first quarter for him. But we are still in the game here at 27-23, but look what happens here. And this is a play that changed the entire game. Paul George one-on-one. Good D. Reaching. What are you doing? And that's his third foul. Like, you have nobody to blame, and that took him completely out of rhythm offensively for the rest of the game. Now we go to the second. Kawhi penetrate kick. That's a good shot. JaMychal's been hitting all bubble, all season, honestly. That's a good shot. Just doesn't go. But here's why we're down by 8 now. Boban has now come in, right? And we know Boban really well. Trez is only 6'8". Boban is 7'3". And mind you, Zubats came out of the game at the 7-minute mark of the first quarter. So I think right now, Zoo should be back in the game after 7 minutes. But Doc really wants to get Trez going again, and he leaves him in the game. When the matchup is just, I think Trez is actually better for that first unit against Maxi Kleba, and then Zoo's better for this Boban. I think they should make adjustments there. Let's see, pick and roll, Lou and Trez, classic. Good kick, wide open three from the claw. No good. It's just unfortunate. I mean, that's good execution. And now we're down 13, and I think we should have called another timeout after we went down 13. But Doc wants to keep going. So let's look. Luka throws it into Boban. Foul line one-hander over Trez. Once again, taking advantage of that size. And once he hits that, that's when we really need to call timeout. But Doc continuously wants to just let us figure it out, which I totally disagree with. But look at this. ISO, that's a mismatch. No good, and it's a shot he made for the rest of the game, but we're just not hitting, and that's momentum. Now we're down 13. Pick and roll. Boban and Seth. Shamet's doing a good job. He's hustling over these screens. Zoo's doing a good job. Take him. That's the shot we want. And that's a great floater by Seth. And if you can get into those mid-range areas, the floater, and get that in-between game that makes pick-and-roll players, the best ones, so good, then we're going to be in trouble because that is what we want. I want to see us keep giving him that because we can't just go under the screen with him. And we can't switch that. Kawhi, no good. I mean, that's his shot. Now we're still down 15. Once again, no timeouts. See what happens here. Down 15 still. Reggie Jackson. No pass, just pulls. I hate that shot when we're down 15. But luckily for him, it goes in and forces a timeout. So maybe that'll get the momentum to shift a bit. Let's see. Off the timeout. That is not an easy shot by Darian Finney-Smith. I think PG can be a little bit quicker on this, personally. I think he's just being a little bit lazy on this. But then again, that's a solid contest for Darian Finney-Smith. I mean, we should be living with that shot, but he hits it. Now we're down 15. Just making shots for Dallas all around. And now we make a little 7-0 run here because Reggie hit another 3 and Kawhi kept going, right? Now we're down 8. 5 on the shot clock. 4. I mean, look at the shot clock there. 4 seconds. That's a ridiculous shot by Porzingis, and we're going to have to live with that. We want that shot. I know we can hit it sometimes, but we want that. Now we're down 5 because Reggie's hit 2 more threes and Kawhi's kept going, right? We're right there now. Reggie, nice drive kick. I like that. Lou, in and out. We needed that. It's a good shot. Could have had us down 2, but it doesn't go. Now Marcus is back on Luka. Look at the pick and pop. Zoo telling him to switch now, so he does. Kawhi here he's lost track of Darian Finney-Smith. This can't happen from Kawhi. Lapse in concentration, we get scored on. Great job by Luka. But that's going to be better from the claw. Now we're down 7. And here's a bonehead play right here. We're down by 4. 5 seconds to go. They got to go to the length of the court. Boom. Terrence Mann getting handsy. Because he's a rookie and he wants to, make an impact. And that cost us a point at halftime. That's just inexcusable in the playoffs. But despite all of this poor, lapses in concentration and constant missed shots, because, Kawhi has us down by 2 going into the third quarter. We're down by 5, but we just got a layup or something, whatever. And when I say Kawhi did everything he could, you're going to see this in the second half. Kawhi did everything he could. Unlike, you look at my Laker breakdown, there'll be a link at the end of the video for AD and LeBron not doing everything they could yesterday. Let's see this right here. 2-point game. So they got a little Tim Hardaway Jr. sent a little screen here. But he doesn't even make contact on the screen. And Marcus Morris, I think he's got to just, especially with no team fouls yet, you got to just try to fight over this screen. If you get a foul, so what? But they switch it, and Reggie's already a step behind on that switch, which forces Paul to come and help. And that leaves Darian Finney-Smith open. Kawhi does a good job rotating, and that's a good swing. And PG puts up a good contest here. But once again, I think that's just too easy. A lot of these NBA players, they just don't want to hustle through screens anymore. I know it's because of the rules, but, I just think that's too easy. We shouldn't be giving that up like that. Marcus needs to fight there. Now we're down 3, and this play completely changed the entire game. Look at the numbers we have. Look at what he's doing. Look at Paul George isn't back. 3 players standing behind the 3. We're down by 3 points. We are right there. And he wants to go 1-on-4. This is when you kick it. This is when you reset it to your 2 stars. But no. And look what happens. Once again, what do great teams do when you mess up? Sorry, it's that clip. What do? Make you pay. Now we're down 5. PG comes down and takes a contested 3. Not a horrible look. He's trying to get going. But look what happens here. Hey, contested pull. And if he's hitting that, that's a good timeout here by Doc. Much better. But if he's hitting that, Jesus. Because he's been hitting it these first 2 games. Now we're down 8, but look what happens after the timeout. Once I said momentum, stop the momentum. Look what happens here. Boom. Easy one. Kawhi. That's 5 points right now in the quarter. Now we're back again. Reggie Jackson on Hardaway. Sliding. He's there. Good floater. Reggie's not the best defender, but that's not horrendous defense. That's, once again, Tim Hardaway in the floater in the mid-range area hitting shots. Jesus. That's just him playing great. Now, PG's missed 2 contested 3s in a row, right? So I'm thinking he's got to go to the basket now. He's got to stop settling. And what does he do? With Porzingis on him in the corner. But he gets lucky because he makes that shot, and that's just the shot that he makes. Now we're only down by 4. So we're right there again. This is what I don't like, though. Marcus Morris has had the ball this entire shot clock. We're at 15. We got a lot of time left. Kawhi hasn't missed in the entire quarter. I don't like that shot. I like it when Marcus is going in the post against guys like Luka, guys like Maxi Kleber, not Maxi Kleber, guys like Seth Curry. But when Kawhi's not missing, PG's just missed a 3. I don't like no pass possessions. You need to move the ball in this league because you can get such good shots with it. It's hard to defend. Now look. Pick and roll Luka again. Reggie staying on it. Zoo's doing a good job. Kawhi's coming to help. That's a foul, but once again, here's the problem. It's not even that much of a foul. But we identified earlier, though, Reggie Jackson shouldn't be guarding Luka Doncic at any moment. And once again, this is a missed shot. We can do better there. We don't have to have Reggie Jackson guarding him. Not with Marcus, Kawhi, and Paul out there. Here we go, down 6. Kawhi, aggressive. Boom. Get it to your best player. That's 7 points right there in the quarter. Hasn't missed yet. Here we go again. Down 6. That's a low pass. That needs to be better delivered by Kawhi. But he's going to keep getting better at that. But, however, it's still a wide open 3 for Marcus. We need those. But we get another stop. Follow the ball. Fumble it. Wide open again. We need these. Because they're making them. It just doesn't go. But look what happens here. Get lucky. He misses because players aren't that great at finishing these days. And look. One more. Beautiful. He's got to make it now, right? Boom. Now we're only down by 3 with 6 minutes to go in the third. Like, we are right there. Right? And PG doesn't want to pick up the 4th foul here. He gets blown by Trey Burke, which allows Seth Curry to get open for 3. Now we're down 6. But here's my problem. This is inexcusable right here from Lou. 1-on-5. Literally 1-on-5. In the playoffs when you're down 6. That just can't happen. That's a regular season play. Just can't. Bonehead mistake right there. Let's look at this again now. Lou doesn't even seem to really know if the screen, what's going on here because you don't go under the screen on Seth. We haven't been doing it all series, right? And he gets hit right here by Maxey. There's no switch because Trez is he's dropping too deep here. That's an open shot for Seth. And once again, they're just going to put Lou in the action as much as they can. So now we're down 5, right? And that's just, once again, we're right there in a mental lapse and mistake. Look at Montrez here. There's the move that caused the offensive foul, and it can't happen. Can't happen. It's unforced. Now here we go again. Still down by 5, guys. PG, great skip. Open 3 for J-Mike. And he's 0 for 3 now, and that just, we needed those. And now look what happens on defense. Pick and roll with Lou again, putting him in the action. He does a good job, better. He's kind of there. Mid-range Seth Curry. I mean, that's just, once again, we need to give him that, and he's hitting it, and it's just tough. Just putting Lou in the action. Lou's got to score, though, if that's happening to him. So now, PG hits a mid-range and gets to the foul line. That's why it's a 3-point game. So he stopped settling. We're down by 3. Once again, they put Lou in the action. Lou's there. Good D. Forces the miss. But Trez doesn't get the rebound. Kleba gets it over him. And Shamit fouls Porzingis, which puts us down by 5. But once again, and this, another play that just completely changed the game. Trez makes the layup. We're down by 2. And look at him right now. Because JaMychal's guarding Porzingis. He's guarding Finney Smith. He doesn't realize it, though. Has not been playing for so long. He doesn't realize where he's at. He's just so used to going in the paint on defense. Look, he's lost. He doesn't know where he's at right now, Trez. Dorian Finney-Smith setting screens. He doesn't know where he's at. That's just that just cannot happen. That was infuriating. I knew we were going to get burned on that when I was watching. So now we're down 5. And now we're down 8. And look what happens here. Paul George, by the way, misses a contested 3 here. Once again, just a heat check. But I just don't like it. But whatever. That means after that shot, he needs to stop taking 3s unless they're wide open because he can get to the rim. Hardaway. Look what happens here. Everyone's retreated to their man. Shamit's going to go out there to Finney Smith. Lou Williams has got the corner. JaMychal's back on Porzingis. And Trez is going to take Seth. But what about Paul? He's got to take Hardaway Jr. here. He's ball watching. And we pay the price for it in transition. And then this is when Paul really pissed me off. We're down by 11 now. We are you just messed up on defense. You just took a bad shot. And what do you do here? Quick. 16 on the shot clock. That's a regular season shot. I don't care about his percentages. Get to the line where you just scored. Horrible possession. Now we're down 13, fourth quarter. It's got to be nearly perfect here. Look at Kawhi. I think he's got to pull it right here. That's a shot. He's got to pull that. But whatever, he kicks. Not a good pass. But okay, we got 14 seconds. We got to keep moving the ball. But what the hell? I mean, Reggie Jackson, bro. What are you doing? And then, no. We get scored on. Now it's like 10 minutes left. Every possession is extremely important. And then what does he do? I mean, come on, dude. Like, and this is on Doc. Like, he's playing too many minutes. Like, I contemplate even putting in Terrence Mann at this point. Because when Beverly's not playing, Reggie Jackson just can't start anymore because he throws it off. And now we make a little run, right? Kawhi's trying so hard. We're only down 12. Lou Williams against Hardaway. That's a tough shot. I mean, he's there. But once again, Hardaway and Seth Curry are just hitting tough ones. They're in rhythm. They're confident now. And they're going to attack Lou on D. Now we're down 10, right? I think Kawhi should go to the basket there. I know Porzingis is down there, but I take Kawhi over anyone. I'd rather have the layup than the three. But whatever, it's not. I don't fault him here because we're down 10. And PG does get an open look. And it's like, PG, you got to hit eventually, right? And then Mook fouls, and now we're down 12. And then to end it off, this is the play that just resembled that this just wasn't our night. Oh, no. This is the right one before that. But once again, finally Paul George makes a three, and Trez picks up the foul on the screen. And it's just like, I mean, I don't know if that's a foul or not, but it's just like he can, once again, it's his second time doing it. And we needed that three. And now we're down 10. Kawhi for three, good look. He hesitated a bit. But then look, this is when you just know it's not our night. I don't know what to tell you guys, but so many little mistakes. Paul George needs to stop settling, but a lot of those shots were good shots, as you saw. And if Seth Curry and Tim Hardaway Jr. are going to keep making those shots all series, then we're going to be in for a long series. But let's look for the Clippers to do better, starting the game out with more intensity, less lapses, more talking on defense, and hitting shots. If we hit shots to start the game, I think we should be fine. But that's my breakdown, guys. Make sure to follow at OTHLAC on Twitter. And make sure to subscribe to Dime Dropper Podcast. I talk about this stuff. These are only my first breakdowns. But I talk about basketball's my shit. So I talk about all this stuff on a regular basis. Clippers, Lakers, Celtics. Clippers are my team, obviously. Go check it out. Spotify and Apple Podcasts. And follow Dime Dropper Podcast on Twitter. Thanks.